Hi everyone, welcome to your astrology forecast. At the end of this video, if you guys are interested on getting your chart interpreted, and there's gonna be a demo and a sample of what you can get from the report. So make sure to stay tuned all the way to the end of the video. And of course, we're running a little promotion. So stay tuned. Leos, sorry, my voice went up and down. Hi, Leos. Welcome to my channel. I don't know what happened there. No, I was pulling a Britney with my mic over here, and I was like, hey, yeah, 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 yeah. Anyhow, welcome to the Leo reading, the much awaited series, the number one astro authority. No, I'm not. Okay, so we're doing your horoscope for October, which is very very interesting. So I need you guys to sit back, relax, and we're gonna look at the cosmos. How is it affecting us this month of October? Now, why is October so important? Well, one bunch of planets are gonna go direct, and then some are gonna go retrograde. So this will be a very crucial time for us to maybe take a step back on certain things, and then on other things we can now move forward, and that's why we're looking at this, right? Now, there's gonna be a calendar of events okay, here that you will see on the screen on what are the specific days and dates that the planet is gonna go direct and retrograde. So that's gonna be, you can screenshot that and then make sure to put it in your calendar. But before we start, a lot of people, of course, who is just like me, I'm very much of a Julia Roberts in Notting Hill. I'm just a boy standing in front of astrology, trying to understand it. Okay. With a sign. No, because like, what is really retrograde? I don't know. They say it's moving back, but it's not. It's so confusing. So think of it this way, where I shade it with other in other zodiac. Remember your ex? Yes. If they're from the East Coast and you're from the West Coast, you're fine, right? It's like, I don't care, I don't see them. But all of a sudden they move to Arizona and you're in California. That's too close. Okay. And you get uncomfortable. Too much karma between us. And then they move closer, you're LA and they're in Pasadena. Okay. You're like, nah. So think of the planet, okay, when it goes closer to us, to planet Earth, and far from the sun, then that's how complicated things can get, right? You're okay with planets going in its natural orbit, okay? But when it comes near to us, then it gets tricky, just like your ex, right? Okay. Your ex you can avoid, the planet you cannot. All right. So now you understand why. Okay, retrograde planets can give us certain challenges because it's just too close for comfort. Okay, so that's retrograde in a nutshell. And are we ready here for the Leos? Let me just look at the calendar. We're gonna start first with Mercury. By the time that you're watching this, hopefully it's still retrograde. Okay, because it's going direct soon on October 2nd. Now for Leos, Mercury rules the second house, okay, and your 11th house. All right. So that right away, it's like, I don't understand that. What is rule? I don't, yeah, me too. I don't understand when they say that. So for me, the best simple way is to just look at the planet as you have 12 houses that you own as a landlord. We'll call you Galactica. Okay, so you're Galactica. Ladies and gentlemen, Leo Galactica owns 12 houses. So you own 12 units, 12 apartment, 12 condos. In each condo, there is a tenant. And in that tenant of yours that that's inside, when you knock in the second house, the owner of that, the one who's residing in the second house, is gonna be Mercury. And you open that door, and as you go into that door, you will see what are they putting inside this apartment because they just moved in or moving out. So Mercury is gonna go here for go direct, and there's Mercury is communication, Mercury is choices, but the second house has a different flavor. When you open that apartment of yours, I like how I changed the houses now to apartment. Soon it's gonna be a duplex. Okay, so when you open the house, all right, you will see here it's gonna say savings. These are the people that support you. Sustenance is second house. Food is second house. So you open this apartment, it's like, oh, this is what I see here when you inspect the second house. So it's so easy now. So you as a person, as Galactica Leo, you are owner of 12 house. So it's plain and simple. You own 12 house when you were born. You already are a real estate broker. Okay. So that's the second house. Now, when you go to the next apartment and then you go straight and then two turns, you go to the 11th house. Open the 11th house. Mercury also is a tenant here. So think of it like this is Mercury's Airbnb. Okay, not sponsored. So when you open the 11th house, you will see here your friends are here. You know, they're all there because that's what 11th house is. Networks is here, and the money that you make from your work is also here. So that's why Mercury is very important for you, because without Mercury, you won't be making money. Okay. Second house and 11th house. Dreams and desires is 11th house. So when you open that door again, everything that you're trying to manifest is going to be here. Everything that you want to have is going to be here. And this is a pleasure house. It is Kama before the 12th house. 12th house is Moksha. So this is where you find pleasure. Now, in the second house, right now, Mercury goes direct, then there will be family, probably because Mercury is there. It's the house of savings, family is there. Then maybe there are family members that would ask for assistance monetarily. Mhm. Maybe there is also some sort of change of diet that you're going to have, a change of routine. This is also going to affect you. So Mercury is very significant for you as it goes direct because it would deal with a lot of everything that supports you in this life, okay? Which is involving your coins in your bank. So time for you to check the what do you call this? Your checkbook, if that's a thing. Your accounting, with regards to what you're making, how much your income and how much your outcome. There's gonna be some friends that you haven't talked to that they will speak to you. There are things that you probably shouldn't eat because it's not going to be healthy for you. I feel like if you have an allergy issues with regards to your skin in the past month, that's also going to be much better. So I'm seeing it here that you could have some sort of a rash or skin issue. So that's going to go better now. Okay. So that's for Mercury. Now, when you look at it, where's your X? Because a lot of people say it's like, but Mercury brings X's, right? No, it's not. Okay. That's so grade school. No, it's not. Okay. If it is, then you probably have a Mercury seventh house on a Mercury Dasha and then Mercury under Dasha. And that's why someone in partnership, wants to talk to you. So, but it's not. That's not true. Okay. Some people that needs to communicate with you would be your friends and family. That's it. Not your ex. All right. So I may be doing astrology, but I'm still sassy. Okay. I'm a triple star sassy in astrology. Okay. So Saturn over here. Next. Is Saturn significant for the Leo? Of course. Saturn rules time. Mhm. It's been retrograde on June 4th and direct on October. It's going to go direct on October 22nd. Now, let me explain since this two planet is going to go direct and stationary. So, in astrology, there's this call. They call it stationary. I also don't get it, Leo. Don't worry, not just you. So stationary is like this. All right. Because they're gonna tell you, it's like, oh, don't make any decisions 5 days before it goes direct and 5 days after it goes direct. Don't make any movement, because the planet is stationary and then it's gonna go back into its orbit and it's more dangerous. Now, how do you understand this? Because it's like, what is stationary? When you're a 9 to 5 and you work for that office, because I'm a 9 to 5 too before. So let's say it's 4:59. Your boss, you see, like typing in the computer, answering some email, 4:59. My question is, do you clock out already at 4:59 and make some sort of movement, or you just sit there and allow your boss not even to see you? Because your boss is gonna go at 5. And boss over there is gonna go in his or her BMW and then goodbye. So that's stationary right there. When the planet, okay, is just about to go back to its orbit, that's your boss. Since the boss is about to go, you don't want to be seen. You're gonna get more work. It's like, oh, you're still here, Hilda. Hilda, how about that email? Did we? And then you're there for another hour, and then for you, it's like, I shouldn't have just. I didn't. I shouldn't have moved. I should have just played dead here in this cubicle. Exactly. So now you know what a stationary is. Don't make any kind of movement 5 days prior and 5 days after. Plain and simple. Peanut butter and jelly. I make astrology fun. It's very, very easy. So because I'm not smart. If I don't do it like that, I won't understand it. Okay. So I have a way of just digesting it on my level. Okay. It's so easy now, right? It's like, oh, planet is stationary. Ooh, let's not do it. Exactly. October 22nd, 5 days before, don't do anything. Why is it significant for you? Well, it just rules your relationship, right? It just rules your career, your health, sixth house, seventh house, business, partnership. So this is how important Saturn is for you. Now, Saturn over here can bring challenges at work, arguments at work, paranoia at work. This can also bring you some health issues. So it's best right now, basically, to one, visit whoever your physician is, or your doctor, or whoever you go to for your medical needs. This is a time that you have to check anything, like, you do this yearly checkup. So this is a time that you have to do that. Sixth house also has enemies. So you probably in the past, year have so much people contradicting you at work. As soon as it goes direct, things probably will mellow out. It doesn't mean it's gone. It's just gonna mellow out. And then of course, as moving forward, but this is way the 2023. But I don't know your chart. This is when Leos can get married and in a relationship. Now, for Leos, I would discuss it in another video, but I don't know your chart, right? That's why in the description you can get it. Because let's just say you have Saturn in the seventh. Okay. Do I have audio? I hear a sound. Okay. You have Saturn in seventh house. Okay. And you're running a seventh house dasha. Okay. Saturn seventh, and then Saturn dasha. Then of course relationship and marriage would be in your cards. I don't know what I'm hearing with the sound here. Okay, I think we're fine. Okay. So right now, of course, once it's still sitting in Capricorn, but once it goes to seventh house, it will be your turn to find a partner. When you find someone during this time, it is meant for long term. So if you are someone who's like trying to find out, what's gonna happen, to you way past 2023, meaning 2020, it's gonna be 2 years. Okay, somewhere that time, 2023, 2024, that relationship will be a very significant focus for you. So make sure to get your chart, because that way when I go to Astro 101, I can explain to you further, because you won't get this chance, okay, transit wise, for another 30 years. Do you have extra 30 years before you look at your chart? I guess not. Okay. Because I won't be here in this channel. So this is the last time. Last call for charts, darling. Okay? So that you will learn if you are, remember, I do this from ascendant sign. Okay? So make sure, especially if you are trying to get married, business partnership, it's going to be crucial for you, because there's Saturn is the transit king, they say. We look at two planets. Well, because the Rahu and Ketu, they're not considered as planet. But we look at Jupiter and Saturn because it sits in a house way too long that things can really, really change your life. When I say way too long, it's just like it just sits there. So things, can change for the better, challenges can come in. So if you are married, then also challenges in the relationship will come, because Saturn works. Saturn is a hard working planet. So make sure again to look after your seventh house, meaning your partner, as soon as 2023 comes in. Okay, so let's go for Jupiter. Jupiter for you, it's been retrograde since July 28th, going direct on November. Now, is Jupiter significant for you? For a business owner, yes, because Jupiter owns Pisces, right? For a person who's dating, yes, because Jupiter owns the fifth house for you, which is your dating and romance. So when you open that fifth door, this is where you fall in love, and this is where your kids are, and this is where the birth of your business is. This is where you find happiness. So when Jupiter was retrograde here, of course, I feel like you were doing too much. You were really trying too much, like trying to explore, find happiness, a purpose in your life during this time. I feel like what is best for you is to follow a spiritual path. Especially it rules the eighth house. This is spirituality. This is changes. This is the part where you can release and let go and start a new life. This is where income can in your business can all of a sudden go from zero to to this big how to say this, because Jupiter's expansion, Brihashpati, right? So it's just growing. Okay. So with Jupiter in the eighth, this can bring out also anything that you have been hiding, because this is the house of secrets. Yes. At this, during this time, it's good for you also to learn the mystic knowledge, the occult. So you probably have been more inclined and connected to different kinds of divination and mystic knowledge. So it's good. With the fifth house, also, if you have kids, then this is the time where your kids was challenged probably in their school with their teacher, because Jupiter is the guru. And if you have kids, Jupiter was retrograde. There are certain things that they cannot handle that you have to step in to teach them. These are things that can surface. What else I'm seeing here for you for Jupiter? Okay, so Jupiter in the eighth for you, this is a good time for you to um I feel like if you want to travel, if you want to learn something new about yourself, like a retreat, this is gonna be good. This is the time where spiritual transformation can be found. Like if you're attending like certain how to say this, like yoga, meditation classes, or trying to align Reiki healing, sound bath cleansing. These are gonna be good for you. Like if you're gonna consult a reader or tarot, divination, astrologer, this is a time that you can also connect with your ancestors and ask for guidance. This is gonna be good. So that's what I can see for Jupiter for you. Now, next to this, oh dear Lord, the Lord. Okay, Mars, October 20, retrograde. It's just about to, Leo. Direct on January 12. Ay ay ay, ay ay ay. Now, what is going on here for the Leos? Now, how important this Mars retrograde is for you? It's very important because this is where you spend majority of your day is if you have work. It's in your 10th house because this is your career, this is also your business. If Mars is sitting here and go retrograde, it's going to step into Gemini, which is 11th house earning for you. So you may be have all this fiery energy at work. You're on the go. You're committed to a lot of things at work. You say, yes, I can do this. I will finish it. I will accomplish that. Because Mars is just this pure energy. It's just going and going and going. So think of it like Mars is the energizer bunny. Okay, it just keeps going and going and going and going. That's Mars. And if it sits in your work, then you're just going and going and going. Now, what's a challenge here? You may get burnout. hmm this will also will affect your home situation. You're staying more at work, doing the overtime, getting that gravy, to pay off your debts, and then you won't have time at home, and the home will be forgotten for you. So you may have restlessness in your energy. So during this time, what's good is like of course, we always want to have the work-life balance, but what I see here for you, for Leo, is to find, I told you already, like your meditation, aligning yourself, it's very very important. So that way that with Mars, it's like you have to burn this by being more active but not at work, because work you will have conflict, you'll have troubles here. Being active, having an active lifestyle, getting into a sport, how to say this, going to the gym, CrossFit, Pilates. I'm so bougie, I'm sorry, I'm LA. Pilates, okay. Soul cycle, okay. Or how about you just a walk, okay, but not just a walk. It has to be I think it's called a sprint, right? That is, you have to sprint. You gotta burn this, okay. That way you remove the aggression from the 10th house, okay. But of course there are gemstones remedy, but I'm not here to recommend that right now. It's gonna be in the next video. Some people want shortcuts. I don't care what you want. Okay. I'm just here to tell you what I see. I'm not gonna be the judge who needs to use a gemstone or not. That's not my purpose here. Here I just read. Okay. You want gemstone, I give you gemstone. That's it. Okay. But I suggest always remedy is always The thing with remedy, you have different kinds of remedy. Sattvic is the most ideal, where you don't incur more karma, which means like you do pray and that's it. Okay, but others wants, like I want some crystals. It's okay. I do that too, but that can be tamasic. You do incur karma after that, and the point is not to have to incur any more karma, but to each its own. It's like whatever floats your boat. So let me see here. Because what if you're meant to use a gemstone this lifetime? I won't be the judge of that, right? So I'm just here to sell the gemstone. Okay. So no, I'm kidding, Leo. Here we go. After Mars, you have the eclipse on the 25th and the solar eclipse on the 25th. And then the lunar on the November 8th. I'll discuss a different video for that one. The new moon and the full moon, I don't sense that it's gonna be affecting you much on that. Venus debilitation, does it affect you? No, it's not. I don't think that's. Oh, sun debilitation is important for you, Leo. So, what is debilitation? Okay, I'll explain this easy for the Leos. Because sun goes debilitation October 17 to November 16. Okay, so how important for sun is for you? Well, it is it's in charge of your health, your whole physical being. Okay, so if it's debilitation, it's not gonna give you its usual, energy. Normally, it gives you 100. It will give you 25%. So think of it this way, like I mentioned before. If you're shopping, okay, what's your favorite store? Let's just say there's two stores here, and it's your jewelry shopping. All right, calendar girl. Okay, she's shopping. Leo is shopping. Okay, so you're in front of Cartier and Tiffany, not Harry Winston. You're not yet dating someone who can take you to Harry Winston. Okay, Tiffany and Cartier only. Okay, so I like how I say only. Okay. So Tiffany and Cartier. In Cartier, this is where your exaltation is, Leo. When you go there, come on, bring in all bring it all, basically. Um, with the how to say this, with Cartier. So if you love Cartier, you give it all. And Tiffany, you're like, it's okay. So when you go to Tiffany, it's just 25% that you're giving energy here. You don't like to try their jewelry. You don't like to try their rings. Maybe I'll just look at their, because they're very famous for their charm bracelet. So that's you, 25% only. But when you go to Cartier, you love the love bracelet, the oncle, I think the nail one, right? So you give 100 there. So same as the planet, if you have attitude when you're shopping, okay, the planet has attitude during their transit. So when the sun goes into its debilitation sign, which is Libra, it weakens the planet. It's not giving it their best. Okay, so it's like meh. So this is the time between where is that, October 17 to November 16, that the Leo would need to take a step back from their usual routine. So a perfect time for you to rest and recover. Rest and recuperate, something like that. Okay? So I'm not gonna discuss the combustion. I don't think that that's something that you would be interested for today. Okay. Now, what I need for the Leos right now is go in the description box. There's a promo for your chart. So I don't want you going out there after this video wondering, am I really a Leo? You know? Because it's right there. This is your opportunity. And so we have the promotion. Next to this video is the demo of what you get in the report. All right. So the report will be very, very comprehensive. And I do live astrology after this, where it's Astro 101, where you can ask me questions depending on the topic and the subject that I am going to be doing. So it's very, very helpful that you really find your your placement in the houses in your chart, meaning the dignity of the planet in your chart, their strength, all those jazz. So make sure to check it out and comment down there in the description box below if some of this has resonated, if you like this kind of this kind of format of reading. I've done this before. This is not the first time. For people who's wondering, I'm just bringing it back, just like sexy back. How about tea back? So, okay. answering it back. All right. So I will see you guys again in your next prediction, and stay tuned for the demo. I'm so happy that you're here to see what we have installed for you. So when you get in the description box and then you get the chart, let me just show you a brief, okay, introduction on what you will get. So first thing first, you need your time and place of birth, okay? And then once you got that, you can see here that you will get the planetary details. Now, what is your ascendant sign? Where is your sun placed? Where is your moon? And at the same time, the nakshatra and all those other information. Now, you will see also in your chart interpretation where what is the nature of the planets? How are they, in each of the houses? So this is going to be like a very lengthy report. It's almost like 40 something pages that will be describing different planet interpretation based on where it's placed in the houses in your chart. So um, uh, after that, once you see that, you will also get the interpretation of what are the gemstones that is going to be good for you, what are going to be the lucky day for you. There's some lucky numbers that is good for you, the lucky stone, the lucky color, and then there is also the auspicious dates and months that is going to be good for you. Now, the recommendation for gemstones, once you get into that report, it can give you the life stone. Okay, it can give you also the sub gemstone because some of the gemstones are very expensive. Now, there's also going to be the fortune stone for the Bhagya, meaning for luck and opportunity. So there's a lot in this report that you can definitely, enjoy, learning about yourself. Um, and then once you have, of course, your chart, what's good here is that I am going to be doing the Astro 101. We already have done it, where there is a time where I go live and then we can interact, and there are questions that I will be able to answer depending on the subject that I'm doing for that video. And it's live. So once you get your report, then there are times where when I start doing the Astro 101, then we can learn together about what is going on in your chart further. Okay, so for everyone who's wondering, you can get your chart in the description box below. So if you get the Astronova, I believe there's a special promotion. I believe it's like somewhere around 75% off, which is such amazing investment for yourself. And it will also have the 2023 prediction already for you ready. Okay, so go there, and then this is just only for this weekend. So make sure to check it out, and I'll see you.